Good morning again, folks. We have to put to rest another fallacy. For some reason, we talk about lifetime appointments to the Supreme Court. Show me in the Constitution where it says lifetime appointment. Show me anywhere in the founding documents in which it was a lifetime appointment to the Supreme Court. That's not what it says, folks. Go read it. As I read it, it says, may serve. Okay? May serve. While under good behavior. And the B on behavior is capitalized. I think all of these Supreme Court justices are guilty of bad behavior, especially a few of them. Very bad behavior. One of them released prematurely and caused some riots and caused some threatening to the other Supreme Court justices' lives, released that Roe versus Wade overturning. I'm going to take a guess it was that wise Latina, that racist, who never should have been on the Supreme Court. I don't think it was that affirmative action appointee who's so dumb she should never have even been considered at all. She's just not up to par for it, folks. You got an affirmative action baby, an affirmative action hire. So your Supreme Court justices are not appointed for life, may serve while under good behavior. Ruth Bader Ginsburg should have been gotten rid of a long time ago. She probably had died and they kept her alive like, what's that movie about Bernie? On vacation? Vacation at Bernie's? You've got a Supreme Court justice whose name is on the roster. The Epstein's Island, his little paradise island, where they practice that weird bunch of religions down there. That justice should be removed from the court. No questions asked. Just remove his ass completely. Maybe he should be disbarred as well. That would be your Chief Justice, by the way, who also wrote a horrible opinion, and he converted that unconstitutional Obamacare into something that was tolerated, that never should have become law. Again, if you read that opinion carefully, that one-page opinion, Supreme Court Justice Roberts basically admitted that they were unable to do their job. That's what that says. Read the twisted language in there. It says basically, since we aren't able to do our job, it's up to the legislators and their legislation. And he changed it to some sort of a tax, I guess, to make it kosher. You need to start removing Supreme Court justices for their bad behavior. And by the way, that behavior doesn't mean strictly on the job. It means behavior all the way around. If a Supreme Court justice cannot mind their P's and Q's on their own time, that's our business too. They need to be removed. Plenty of other people could do that job. They're not invincible. They're not the most powerful branch of the government. If you read the Constitution carefully, you will realize the justices are only appointed for a period of time under which they demonstrate good behavior. And then they're to be sent home. And a lot of these people get too old and too crotchety to be good anymore, especially Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who probably died on the job and they kept her body on ice for several months while they did stuff and lied to the rest of us. Oh, the government would never lie. They always tell the truth. Well, folks, you need to read the Constitution and realize that you've been had again. Supreme Court justices are not appointed for life. They may serve only while under good behavior. So let's put the Supreme Court in its place. They can't legislate from the bench. They legislated Roe v. Wade from the bench. They legislated homosexual marriage from the bench. They destroyed the meaning of marriage, actually. They destroyed the American family from the bench. They should be removed for doing such stuff. That's bad behavior. And as far as purse strings go, only the Congress holds the purse strings, including the salaries the Supreme Court justices get or the removal of their salaries if they're not up to par. No appropriations bill should originate in the Senate, certainly none under the turtle, Mitch McConnell. Ditch Mitch. He started that last horrible act that is going to cause inflation like you won't believe. The value of the dollar shall be cut in half before this year is out. That's because, it's not because of the interest rate of the Federal Reserve, it's because of the pilfering of your senator, Mitch McConnell, and how he started that bill up and sent it over to his buddy over in the Congress who got it through. What a horrible act against the people to actually not allow the new Congress to set that budget properly. And the Congress hasn't done their jobs in a long time. I'd say we take away all pay and benefits from Congress right now. We require them to pass a budget like they should. We not give them any more pay or benefits. We give them a simple per diem. That's the way it was when our nation was founded. So folks, I just want to make the point. Supreme Court justices are not appointed for life. They can be removed and should be removed, especially when their behavior is bad. When one Supreme Court justice sets it up so another Supreme Court justice has their house marched on and the lives of him and his family threatened, that Supreme Court justice needs to be removed. And don't tell me that you can't find out who did that. We know who did it. She needs to be removed, folks, right away. Of course, they'll probably put some other dumbass up there who's not up to par. Ketanji Jackson, whatever her middle name is. I'm sorry, she did not impress me. Affirmative action baby all the way. She's not capable of functioning at that level, and she knows it. And the other justices know it too. What a mockery is being made out of our nation, out of our documents, out of our founders' intentions. What a mockery is foisted off on the American people. No wonder we're going to have a nuclear war here. No wonder we're into so much trouble around the world. We got jackasses running it. Look at how they started World War III. They attacked Germany when taking out that pipeline. They attacked Russia. They attacked the American people. It was a crime against humanity. And will they ever be prosecuted? My God, make me president. I'll round their asses up and I'll ship them abroad where they can get some justice, since we can't do it in this country. There's no balls in this country to do it. I'd take former President Bush and drop his ass off in Iraq and let those people do what they wanted to him. Just say, make it legal, do it in a court of law, give them a chance to defend themselves. And that jackass, Bill Gates of hell, oh my God. The people in India would love to see him after what he did to their daughters with his concoctions. Yeah, I'd pick his ass up and parachute him into just south of the Punjab, maybe. Let those Indians have at him so they can get some justice. And Fauci? Oh my Lord. There is no punishment available under the law that would ever be anywhere near the equivalent of the misery and murder and all that stuff that jackass has done. Oh Lord, elect me your president. Give me power for about 6 years. Let me be an absolute dictator to put this place in shape real fast. Would reclaim our borders. Would put up the terrorists and duties at the borders. Would take away that communist income tax. Would get rid of the corporations. Would require all courts to do common law pleas and not statutory pleas, which are crimes against the men and women that they're trying to convict. Isn't that horrible? What they've done since 1964? All pleas are now statutory rather than common law pleas, which means you have no constitutional rights. Of course, that's the same year, 64. Lyndon Baines Johnson was president, and they took prayer out of the schools, and we saw a spike in criminal activity. Yeah, big spike that year, because we took God out of the schools. Folks, it said you cannot legislate morality, but I tell you, every time you legislate, you are legislating morality. It's just whose morality are you legislating? Are you going to be on the side of the kingdom of heaven on the earth? Or are you going to be side the kingdom of hell on the earth? You decide. That's all I got for you.